What's up, pasta? Glad you asked. Well, it's nothing more than the PastaCast. Oh, sit on down, we'll make it last. And put on the headphones and relax, because nothing more than the PastaCast. Whoa, nothing more than the PastaCast. Oh, put on the headphones and relax. Nothing more than the PastaCast. Come on down, stay a while. Try to do something that'll make you smile. Come another day, come back and play. And put on your headphones and relax, cause it's nothing more than the PastaCast. That's amazing!
Hello everyone, Lord Pasta here. Welcome to the PastaCast. I am the host, Lord Pasta, joined by the co-host, NimageNeb2299. Say hello.
We have a milkshake.
Ah, yes. Yeah. See, we had delayed this podcast recording because I was eating
Because I got a milkshake.
Yeah, he got a milkshake and I ate a Subway Veggie Delight. So, you know.
How is that?
It tasted like veggies.
Was it a delight? That's the real question.
Mm-hmm.
So it does live up to the name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know what you wanted to do with this episode, but we have a few different. I guess. Well, one thing specifically to talk about. I'm assuming you had stuff too.
Nim is just gonna throw a wrench in all of my meticulously calculated plans.
I was gonna say you can go ahead and say what you know things you had planned first.
I'm being sarcastic. You go ahead.
Are you really?
Yes, I am.
I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, so I don't think this is gonna be like a huge topic or anything. But recently, not today. Was it like yesterday? I don't even remember. A few days ago, within the past few days, the official trailer for Star Wars Episode 9 was released. Because there were like a few teaser trailers from before, but this is like the official one. So, we can mention that. Both of us have seen it.
Yes. What did you think of it?
I thought it was. It was alright. It showed like new locations and stuff like that. It didn't really, honestly, it didn't like reveal anything new that wasn't already there from like the other trailers. I don't think.
Well, didn't it like pretty much like confirm that Emperor Palpatine's gonna be in it?
Well, the other one kind of hinted at that already.
His voice was in it, but like in this one, like he actually like says things.
Yeah. It's. Yeah, I guess this one has like there's a more of a like actual confirmation, I guess, in this. But like, I feel like the other one kind of already did. But like, I don't know. Do you have any other thoughts on it?
No, I was just gonna ask you if you saw the film theory video on what Matt Pat thinks.
Your voice cut out.
I was just wondering if you saw the film theory video on what Matt Pat thinks
is gonna happen.
Is gonna happen, yeah.
No, I didn't, because I don't watch those videos a lot.
Yeah, you should see it, because I think this time he might actually be right.
Because he never is.
Exactly.
I have my own like theories of what I think. Which we could even talk about that if you want, like. Because the trailer just came out, so it's prime time to talk about theories for what you think's gonna happen. So a lot of this is like combinations of different theories I've heard from other people that I thought were interesting, or like things that I thought. So it's just like a bunch of different things. So like my thing is like, okay, so the end of the prequel trilogy, right? You have the dark side wins, and you know the Jedi are destroyed, blah blah blah, all that stuff, and then you have the original trilogy, right? The light side wins by the end, and they come back, the Jedi come back. There's new Jedi Order, the Empire's defeated, yay, good guys win. Yay, new Jedi being trained or whatever. Then it's like, what was the point? It's kind of, you know, that was the end of the other one. So like, what was even the point of making this whole new trilogy? So my theory, this is not necessarily just a theory. It's also like my hope. Like I hope they do something like this, is that it would end with a sort of thing where they combine their, instead of like the light side winning or the dark side, they're able to actually bring balance to the Force, where like Force users are able to use both, and like,
I mean, well, they kind of hint that that's the case.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, because I think what it is I think like Rey and like Kylo Ren will come together by the end, and like she will use her knowledge of like the light side, and you know, and she has like those ancient Jedi texts and stuff with her too, apparently.
Here's what I think. I think
he'll use his dark side knowledge, and they'll like come together. That's kind of what I think.
I think what's gonna happen is that Rey is actually the bad guy.
That could happen. That was a theory.
And also Rey is the second Anakin Skywalker, created by Palpatine.
That was also a theory that was out there as well. I've heard that.
Right, because the whole reveal of her parents was that they're nobodies. What if they're actually no one? What if it was actually like how Emperor Palpatine created Anakin? What if he also created Rey?
Potentially. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I think that's definitely a potential. I feel like they probably won't go that route though. Like, I feel like that's pretty unlikely.
Yeah,
but
you're right.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
That was pretty much what Matt Pat said. He had like more evidence for it.
Well, I'm sure. He probably had that, and he probably had other things there too. I'm sure. But one thing was that I thought was interesting was like the title of the movie. It just seems kind of weird, right? Like the title is Rise of Skywalker. That's weird. Aren't all the Skywalkers pretty much gone at this point? Except, I mean, I guess technically Kylo is like a Sky within the Skywalker family, but like,
yeah.
So like
sense.
Right. So my theory is that by the end of the movie, they will create a new order of Force users. Right. There's no more Jedi. That's the last movie was The Last Jedi for a reason. Right. No more Jedi. No more Sith. There's a new order of Force users who use both dark and light together, and they are known as, instead of Sith or Jedi, they are known as the Skywalkers, named after obviously the Skywalker family.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about that.
I don't know. I feel like that. I feel like that's not gonna happen. But
I feel like
it's probably more evidence for it than what I suggest.
Yeah, I kind of think that would make sense though, because like, first off, that would make the title make more sense, and it like within like the title also makes sense because like the end of each trilogy, right? It has something to do with an order of Force users, right? So you have end of the prequel trilogy is Revenge of the Sith. End of the original trilogy is Return of the Jedi. This end of the sequel trilogy is Rise of Skywalker. The Skywalker or Rise of Skywalker? I don't remember. But either way, that would make that title fit in well with the ending of the other two trilogies.
Well, if it's just Rise of Skywalker, then that wouldn't fit, right? Like that wouldn't fit as well, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's... I think that's an interesting theory. I like it. Because then, again, that would make the title make more sense. Because, like, how else would you rationalize the title? The movie, right? Like,
I mean, isn't Kylo, like...
Yeah, I mean, okay, Kylo Ren is technically a Skywalker. I mean, his last name isn't
That's
Skywalker.
because he's gonna be the good guy.
But he's in the Skywalker family. That could be referring to him.
He's gonna kill Rey, who's gonna be convinced that the darkness is actually correct. You know, like
yeah,
when
I highly doubt
when she was training with Luke, she was immediately drawn to the darkness.
Yeah.
Okay, like they set that up.
I think that would be interesting. That would definitely be an interesting way to take it, but I really don't think they're going to take it that direction. Like, it just seems very unlikely that they would actually do that. So, I don't know. It's another thing, another theory I heard about the whole like Palpatine thing. So obviously, a lot of people are like, "Holy crap!" Like, Emperor Palpatine, what? Thought he was dead. You know, there are different theories about that. One theory I heard recently, which I thought was kind of cool, was that like, okay, so like, when a Jedi dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a ghost, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so if that's what happens when you're on the light side of the Force and you die, right? Well, is there a Sith equivalent to that? And somebody was like, oh, maybe it's like he can turn into a ghost, but he can like sort of come back in other bodies or something like that through that, which I don't necessarily think this is what's going to happen. And what somebody's theory was that like he could technically like use somebody's body as like a host body for him to come back. Right? They said, what if that's what Snoke was just like...
No, I don't think that.
I don't think that either. I just think it's an interesting
Snoke
theory.
was like his own thing.
Yeah,
because I feel like that was just like entirely unrelated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was related in a way, but it's not in that way, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just throwing out different theories.
I feel like Snoke was an agent of Palpatine.
Oh yeah, that also makes sense because like the whole idea of that theory that I just mentioned was like it was supposed to give like an explanation of like, well, where did Snoke come from? Why is he suddenly this big, powerful, evil guy? And it's like, well, that's kind of like an explanation for that. It's like, oh, well, that makes sense. And it gives like kind of a backstory for Snoke to where, because a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, where did he come from? What the heck? And like this kind of explains a lot of those things. I don't think it would happen exactly like that, but I don't know. I do like the idea that Palpatine comes back as some sort of Force ghost-like thing.
Yeah, either that or there's going to be like a clone of him or something.
Or the clone, yeah.
But I don't know if you heard this, but I heard that apparently the First Order isn't named that because they're supposed to be like the primary like order of like people or something. Mm-hmm. They're named that because they're literally following the quote-unquote First Order that was given to them. You know?
Oh, really?
Apparently they're following like a set of like orders that were given by like Palpatine, which is why they're called the First Order.
Huh.
I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, I've never heard that. That's interesting.
I mean, I don't know if that's true, but just saying.
I'm in general just really interested to see where they take it.
Yeah, because like if they don't do something like crazy in this last movie, it will all be like wasted, you know? Like
right, like if they end it with the most cliche obvious ending, it's going to be like, well, what was the point?
But then again, if they do something stupid like they did with the last one, then
people might not like it.
It wouldn't work out. So they have to simultaneously tie everything together, but subvert the expectations that you have, going into it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which, I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to do that. They have I mean, their company, they have money. They should be able to figure this out.
Yeah, my fear is that they will just kind of go the most normal, safe route.
But the thing is, they know that won't work.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. You look at it, okay.
I don't think they're as dumb as people think that they are.
That's true. But
I think everything they did was intentional. Mm-hmm. And I think they intentionally made the last one suck. I think it was
I don't think it sucked. I just think a lot of people thought it sucked.
Because they set up everything in there, and that entire movie was a setup for a huge reveals that they're gonna make in this final
that they pay off. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I mean, it's one of those things where you watch the first few movies of the trilogy, it's hard to judge them completely because it's well, the end of the story hasn't happened yet. So yeah, there's unanswered questions or whatever, but it's yeah, well, this isn't the last one yet. Whereas this is the one that has to tie all the loose ends, has to bring it all together. It'll be interesting to see how it does that. It is interesting, though, when you look at the last two, because, Force Awakens, for instance, a lot of people criticized it for being way too safe, right? It was way too... It didn't take any risks. It did it in the most boring, cliche way, right?
Yeah.
They criticized The Last Jedi for pretty much the opposite. It was too, it went too far in certain places. It just went completely against what everybody thought it would do to an extreme point where it was it's maybe because of that they'll be okay, and know to kind of fall somewhere in the middle of that with this one.
Yeah. Well, I think they did everything they did for a reason, to set up the last one. I mean, for me, that seems the most logical explanation for...
Right. It's a big company that's not just going to let each director have 100% full control over the movie that they directed. Yeah, they have some control over some things, but there had to have been some sort of overarching plan from the beginning, I feel like. I mean, and they probably adjust it as they go or whatever, but the overall plan is probably still intact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're pretty much in agreement that whatever they do for the last episode in this trilogy is gonna be interesting, in the least,
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with it, because it's one of those things where it's I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, so...
Yeah. But anyways, we can move on to something else now.
Yeah, probably
the
should.
article of the day. Article of the day. Alright, let's go.
Come up with a jingle that goes along with it.
Police remove 3 kids. Wait for it.
3?
Wait for it. 245, guess what? Animals. From deplorable home. So there were 245 animals in this house.
Does it specify what kind of animals?
No, I gotta read it. I didn't read it yet. I'm not gonna spoil it for myself. Police in Florida, of course it's Florida, removed 3 children.
Florida, man.
3 children and 245 animals from a home after a wellness check. An Edgewater police statement says it was immediately evident neither the children nor the animals were being cared for properly.
Well, yeah, when you have 200 animals, you can't care for all of them properly.
Officers said the 8, 9, and 10-year-old children were living with 3 adults amid rotting food, animal feces, and urine. Investigators counted. All right, here's the animals: 95 mice, 60 rats, 23 baby rats, 14 birds, 12 rabbits, 10 10 flying opossums,
Wow, that's so random. Okay.
9 guinea pigs, 7 bearded dragons,
Ooh, bearded dragons are cool.
4 dogs, 4 hamsters, 2 cats, 2 geckos, a tortoise, and a hedgehog.
This is
Another guinea pig was dead. So there was one dead guinea pig in there.
they literally own a zoo.
Yeah.
Like,
The Daytona Beach News Journal reports the adults will be charged with 3 counts of child abuse and, count them, 66 counts of animal cruelty. The children were placed with relatives. There you go.
that's
Just another day in Florida.
See, I'm just wondering, like, for as long as they did, like, with that many animals in a single house, somebody must have noticed.
Yeah, what I don't understand is, like
as soon as you
where
open
were
the
they
door,
keeping
there's
all
just
those
mice.
mice?
pouring
Like,
out.
where did they keep
Yeah,
them all?
in the
Were they just,
basement. Like, are they just locked in the basement? Like, not that great of pets. Like, a rat is a better pet than a mouse. So, like, or isn't it? Like, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't really know, because I've never owned either, so...
I haven't either, but like from what I've heard, it's like mice more than rats or something, and they're like not as, I don't know, they're just not as good to keep as pets in general. See, that's one of those. I'm just trying to wrap my head around like how many mice were there?
There were 99.
99. Okay, literally 99 mice, and then a bunch of rats as well. Like, just going into this house and like seeing like mice and rats and like a few other animals just roaming around constantly, nonstop, every day. Like, that's just like that just sounds so chaotic and like. Yeah, obviously they weren't able to give all of them proper care. Like,
It's just another day in Florida, though. I mean, like,
it's just
probably not the
day in
worst those
Florida.
police have seen,
I mean, good point. The Florida man meme started for a reason. So.
Yes, true.
I don't know.
There's also Ohio man, but he's different.
Yeah.
There's only one story about Ohio man. I can see if I can find it later.
What? I mean, anyone from Ohio.
There's a person who has a fetish for the state of Ohio. Like, they're literally like turned on by the state of Ohio.
Wait, so like if they're like, let's say they're looking at a map, okay, of the United States, and they like
not like
go...
the image of Ohio,
okay.
But like the land itself.
There's
like,
just so if they're
like the earth itself.
But
not any other place, just Ohio.
Right. Let's say they're standing at the border of Pennsylvania and Ohio, right? And they like, they're in Pennsylvania just minding their own business, walking around. It's like normal, like, oh look, that's just normal dirt, whatever. Then as soon as they cross the border, they're like, yes.
I guess so. I mean,
Daddy. Like, is that what it? That's what I'm picturing.
It's kind of like that. I mean,
like,
it was an interesting story. I mean, like,
so like, what I'm trying to figure out is like what kind of so like they have like a full on fetish, like a sexual fetish.
Yes.
Like how does that work? Like, oh, just being in the state of Ohio turns them on?
Exactly. You're right.
Like, I don't. But like, what about Ohio?
Apparently, he feels a deep and spiritual connection to the land of Ohio.
Like, let's say this person in Ohio. They thought they were in a different state, but they were actually in Ohio. Would they be able to sense?
Oh, they would
Ohio by
claim
how
that they'd
much-
be able to.
Right. But like, let's say it's like literally a place where like the wilderness or the woods or the ground would be exactly the same, like literally like close to the border, and they didn't know. They thought they were in the other place. Like, how
Well, I
would they
mean,
be able
like,
to like sense it?
Look,
Like,
all right. You know, like close enough is close enough. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's a reason why traps are so big. That's all I'm saying. It probably works
I mean,
like that.
I don't know. I guess so. That's I like every day, I feel like maybe not every day, but like every so often I hear about some new fetish that I've never heard of, and I'm just kind of like somehow I'm just not surprised anymore. Like it gets to the point where you just kind of like are like numb to it. You're just like, yeah, of course someone's into that. Like I don't know. Who knows?
I should introduce you to my friend Dimitri.
Oh, okay. Why? What is there?
He knows about all of them
All of them.
because he has all of them. But anyways,
Does he have the Ohio one?
no, not that one. I mean all
okay.
the normal ones, okay? And by
All I'm
normal,
saying
I
is-
mean not normal.
More normal than Ohio.
Yes. There's also one about and there's one for tiles. Like floor tiles or like wall like tiles, you know?
Yes, I know what a tile is.
Just making sure.
I've seen tiles before in my life. Yes.
Hmm.
So do you think there's like specific types of tiles that like are better? You know, like is it
Well,
like
according to that individual, it's like curved, like it's the different patterns that like he's into, you know, like if there's
Okay.
like a unique pattern, it's better. Especially if it's not squares or rectangles. If they're like curved,
okay.
that's like
See,
apparently that's like really good.
here's the one thing I'm wondering about, like things like these like fetishes that are like this, right?
Yeah.
Or it's like just some weird random object. I always wonder, like, is it really a like sexual fetish, or is it just that you're like, oh, it looks nice when tiles are nice, it looks cool, or like it's pretty or whatever.
Look, okay,
you
I
know,
don't
but
know
they
because I don't have any of them.
right. That's what I'm
But-
saying. But they just tell people that it's a fetish, and people believe like, oh, you know what I mean?
Not from how they describe it. No.
Okay.
I mean, I can like try and look for it. I don't have it right now. I just
See, that's the
brought it
thing
up
that-
in passing, like.
Like sometimes I wonder, like some of them, like some fetishes, obviously I'm like, yeah, obviously that's real, but like some I almost wonder if people make them up, you know what I mean? Like some that are just like so just like don't even make sense, like the Ohio one, for instance. Like, how does that even make sense?
Like on what? Okay, so like on a scale from normal to the Ohio, right?
uh-huh.
Where would you place mine? Which is like the Neko ears. Where would you place that?
Honestly, probably decently
Yeah,
low.
it's probably it's pretty normal.
Like, yeah, like it really depends on how you set the scale. If you set the scale to the Ohio one, then yeah, it's pretty normal. Cause like that one doesn't even make sense to me. Like,
What
it
about
just
the tiles? What about the tiles? Which one is more normal, the Ohio one or the tiles one?
I feel like the tiles one is probably more normal because that's like a specific object.
Really?
Ohio's, you know, well, no, because like, okay, well, it's like, oh, something about being in this state. It doesn't, like, that's just, I don't know.
He feels a profound spiritual connection to Ohio. It just also happens to be sexual, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like something like tiles. even though that I still think that's weird, it it makes more sense because it's like there's a specific object that you're like into. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird because there's like no person there in either one.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah. Like, there's people who are attracted to like objects. Like, there's an amusement park.
Yeah, yeah, that one's almost this. That one's
Right.
almost up there with the tiles,
Me,
you know.
it's an amusement park I actually like worked at over summers a lot. Um, the woman is like in love with the one ride and like got married to it and everything.
Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, it's a decently popular story. Well, decently amongst those types of stories. It's the amusement park that I work at, and I'm pretty sure she got banned from the park at one point. See, now people can figure out where I work. Great.
I don't know.
Where
That
my
seems
where my
kind of
summer
like
job is.
unnecessary.
No,
That seems kind of cruel to like ban her from there. Like, it seems.
I don't
like,
know. I guess she probably was doing obscene things
I
with the
mean,
ride.
Like, I don't know what she was
And like
doing,
this is an extremely like family oriented park. I mean, every amusement park is family oriented, but like this one's like,
well, I mean,
is it like
depends. I mean,
okay?
there
Well,
could be
most
other
like
types of, there could be other kind of amusement parks.
I'm talking like normal mainstream amusement parks. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So yeah, that one. There's one where there's like a guy who makes out with his car, and there's like so many other.
I don't know
weird...
what's up with that one.
The
car one.
He literally is like sitting underneath his car with his head
no,
out.
I've seen the video.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Like those kinds of things are just like I don't even know. Like, what do you call that? Like, in terms of like a sexual orientation, does that fall under like pansexual, or like
no,
like
not
where does
at
that
all.
fall?
Look, all right, take it from me. That's not. I don't want that to have to do with me at all.
Well, okay. What exactly is pansexual? Oh no, pansexual is more anybody, right? Any person.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. But like, there's got to be one that includes objects.
I don't know. Autophilia? I don't know. I don't really think it makes sense to categorize it like that, because like there are all different kinds of objects, you know.
Object sexual.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like, well, yeah, and I mean, there's not a lot of like people. The vast majority of people aren't like that. Obviously, there's like only small cases, so it might not make sense to classify it as something else. And like each case is like something different, a different object. But like, well, it's just to me, and it's in situations like that. It's not even just a sexual thing, right? Like it is. But it's also like a romantic thing, like a we're in love kind of thing.
Yeah, which I don't get that. That part of it seems like a delusion to me. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I can get if like you just like the way that like a car looks or something, but that whole like personal connection with like an inanimate object, that doesn't make any sense. There's something like wrong with that. I don't know.
Right. Like it's like yeah, I'm in a relationship with my car. Like how?
I mean, that can't be healthy. Like, I mean, like
what's that?
That can't be healthy. That can't be like a sign of like. I feel like to get to that point, you'd have to be like socially isolated to like an extreme extent.
Yeah, I'd say so. I don't know. I mean, I hate to be like these people are just weirdos. I don't know, like, you know.
Well, I mean, that's how I feel about most of it, but like that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm passing judgment on that. Like, heck, I'm pretty weird, you know, like.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. It's just one of those things, I guess. I don't know. You just, I mean, I don't know.
I guess on a related note, what do you think about the whole like otherkin thing? Have you seen that like documentary on like the otherkin
Started
documentary?
saying that.
What's that?
It cut out just as you started saying that.
Did you see the otherkin documentary? Like, you know,
What documentary?
otherkin?
No.
Or do you not know what that is?
I don't.
Well, honestly, I don't really know what it is either. The documentary really didn't do a good job of explaining what it was.
Like,
It's
what
like
is it?
It's like people who like, I don't know, like take the concept of like having like a spirit animal to like the next level. They like think that they're like, I don't know, like their personality is like that of like a wolf or something.
Yeah, I'm
you
like
know?
looking at pictures now. Yeah, I think.
Oh, you looked it up. Oh.
So this is what an otherkin. Do you think that's related to like the furry thing? You know, a
I don't
slight
know.
way.
Like, I think it is. I really think it's like a subset of the furry thing. But then again, like even like the Neko like
Although,
thing is like kind of like related to that.
yeah,
But,
that's true. It's like this. Well, okay, this I would think is probably different than the furry thing because like, so like the furries, for instance, they're not always necessarily a specific animal. They're just kind of some type of like they have their own persona, whatever. Like this feels like it's more like, oh, you're spirit. You like, it's a specific animal that you're like. It's not a specific persona. It's just a specific animal that you're like in touch with or whatever.
yeah, I feel like with furries, it's like an art thing. It's like they do it like as like a form of expression, you know, like it's like a creative like thing where they develop like a personality, but it's not like them. It's like I don't know. It's like some extension of themselves. But with like otherkin, it's like
yeah,
it's like I don't know how to describe it. It's like a almost like that's them, you know, like they are like an animal, you know.
I'm in touch with my spirit animal. Yeah. I don't know. All those kind of things are just like weird to me. Like I don't even know. Like I don't even know. I don't even really have a spirit animal. Like I don't care.
I don't either. I mean, like,
right?
Think I'm into all that like wacky.
Is there?
That seems like
join the call.
Who did?
But Coco Dog.
Oh.
But no, like, it just. I wonder if they probably have like quizzes online that are like find out your spirit animal.
Oh yeah, they do. They do have that. That's like a Native American thing, right?
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, I thought so. Right. Because
hey,
I'm watching in Voyager, which is a Star Trek series. There's this one like Native American guy, and he gets everybody in touch with their spirit animal, you know. So that's how I know that.
I mean, I did. I did the Pottermore test to figure out my Patronus, which is kind of like a spirit animal.
What even is that?
I mean, if you would know if you were into Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everybody has like a Patronus.
Yeah, but that's like entirely fictional. Like
yeah, exactly. That's a.
I mean, like the Native Americans like actually did that. Like they actually like had spirit animals and stuff like that.
I found a what's your spirit animal quiz. I could totally do it. Element. I need to choose an element: air, earth, fire, water, wood, or space.
I think you're more like space.
Why?
Because you only exist on the internet for me, so like
that's not that doesn't make it a logical.
Yeah, it does. Come on.
How does that?
Come on, that makes sense.
How I exist to myself. That's how I exist to you, but not to everybody else I know. That's just because I don't know. I feel like how do I choose an element? Like which one do I like the most?
Which one do you relate with more?
I mean, probably not fire, because I don't really like get angry at people or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty down to earth, maybe. Air. What would air be? Air be
What
like.
about that's like your light, like your chill, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'd fall probably in that too. Water.
I feel like you'd be more like wood.
Why?
Well, because first of all, I don't think you could be water because water is like water puts out fire, so that'd be like a peacemaker. You're not really that like to like a extreme extent. I feel like you're a creator, and wood is the material that like you build out of wood. So I feel like that would be,
Oh, okay, I didn't think of it like that.
you know.
What would you think space would be though? Like somebody who falls under the space category.
If you just give off them cosmic vibes, if you know what I mean.
If you're on LSD all the time.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, sure. I'll go with wood then. I like your just explanation for that.
I got you. Which one would I be? Here, wait. Give me a link to that. I'll do it.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna start it over so I can like send you a link. Oh no, it's not working. Okay, well, whatever. We're just gonna.
No, I wanted to do it.
No, I'm getting you a link. Don't worry. Copy. Let's paste this thing in there. Okay.
Ooh.
I'll wait till you get caught up to continue, and we can take it together.
All right, where are you on? Which one are you on? Okay, air,
Just
earth,
the
or
second
fire?
one.
Which one do you think I would be? Probably
Air,
probably
Earth,
air.
or fire. Air. Yeah, I'd go with air.
Yeah, probably air. Continue.
I feel at peace with myself most of the time. Is that very accurate?
No.
Fairly accurate?
It's
Somewhat
very
accurate,
very inaccurate for me.
Somewhat inaccurate because sometimes I am.
Sometimes I feel like I'm not even real, you know?
Yeah, no, I get that.
I tend to be more down to earth than head in the clouds. Well, people say that I'm down to earth, but I always have my head in the clouds, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. I'm gonna go with
That's,
somewhat inaccurate because I feel like I have my head in the clouds.
yeah.
I definitely do.
Yeah, I'll go with that one. I find it easy to approach others. Very inaccurate. No.
Depends on who they are. Like, it depends on what the setting
Depends
is.
on how attractive they are. That's all I'm saying.
No.
That's why I can get along so good with you. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Get owned.
Shots fired. I'm going with somewhat inaccurate because I'd say some situations I find it easy, but a lot I don't.
Yeah, I mean you can't be as bad as me. Like, I mean,
I frequently do things without a specific schedule or plan. Very accurate. That is my life. What is a schedule? What is a plan?
Schedule. They tried to make me use those in school. I didn't use them.
Schedule, smedule.
Exactly. Took the words right out of my mouth.
The typical ordinary way feels like a betrayal of myself.
Yes.
I'm very accurate on that.
Yes.
I frequently come up with ideas or solutions out of nowhere.
Yes. Yes.
I'd say so.
Well, see.
We're gonna get something very similar because we keep answering very similarly.
Yeah. The more useful I am to others, the happier I am. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I'd say so. Generally speaking, I spend a lot of time.
I just want to make everyone smile.
Yeah. I spend a lot of time observing before I act.
That's all I do. I never act.
Depends on the situation. I'm gonna go with fairly accurate because most of the time, yes, but then there are times.
Yeah, I'll go with that
where
too.
That's not true. We're literally gonna be almost the same animal, or at least similar.
We're the same.
I think we answered like maybe one question differently.
You know what? I think we're cosmically connected.
I like to be impressive to others.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Very accurate.
I mean, I know it's not good to be like that, but you know.
I'm
I mean, to an
always-
extent. To an extent.
Yeah, I'm always looking for new things to experience. No. No,
Fairly, fairly accurate. I mean, not always. I don't know.
Last time I tried to experience something new, I had a seizure, so...
So you're just gonna not do anything different in the rest of your life.
I live a fast-paced existence, no. Not at all.
Currently, yes.
Oh, good for you.
So, how would you rather spend your free time? I'd rather go outdoors and walk or hike in a park nearby. That's always fun. Building something or engaging in a creative activity like arts and crafts, playing video games, or watching a movie at home. Getting together with my friends and have fun going out. Reading my favorite book or website. In bed, not reading because I don't read books.
I like being creative.
I'm going to go with the building something or engaging in
that's
creative
what I did.
activity, yeah.
Alright, next. I require lots of time alone to recharge. Yes. Tell me about it.
I would say fairly accurate, somewhat. Yeah.
Check out the next one here.
I seek out the secret of the...
Yes. Yes, I do.
Fairly accurate? I don't know. Somewhat inaccurate? I don't know.
Alright. Ignore and see my results, because I ain't doing that crap.
Yeah, I'm not signing up for an email list.
Alright, I'll wait for you to say yours before I say
So, this is great. I am a butterfly.
Wow, we got different ones. I'm an owl. That means that I chase you down and eat you. Oh, wait, no, you're too small for that.
What
you're
it means...
too insignificant for me to even...
What it means to be the butterfly.
Upon.
The butterfly is one of the most emblematic totem animals symbolizing personal transformation. As your totem or spirit animal, pay attention to the areas in your life or personality that are in need of profound change or transformation. Perhaps this animal totem guides you to be sensitive to your personal cycles of expansion and growth, as well as the beauty of life's continuous unfolding. An important message carried by the spirit of the butterfly is about the ability to go through important changes with grace and light.
Alright, here's mine. What it means to be the owl. The owl spirit animal is emblematic of a deep connection with wisdom and intuitive knowledge. When the spirit of the animal guides you, you can the true reality. What? When the spirit of the animal guides you, you can the true reality and see beyond illusion and deceit. Okay.
It's good. It's good. So you're smart, basically. Intelligent, wise.
Even my spirit animal flexes on you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, good point. What time are we at, by the way?
Oh, jeez. We're at 47.
Oh, only 47.
Yeah, I thought it would be longer, but you know, sometimes
we figured out our spirit animals and everything, so...
Yeah, we've like basically got our lives in order.
I mean...
I found a new article.
I'm excited.
Michael Bachmann, climate change is a hoax. And guess what authority she's appealing to? According to God.
I mean... Hey, good point. No. Wait, but, okay, but where did God say...
After he flooded the earth. He said that he wouldn't flood the earth again, so it won't happen.
That doesn't mean there's not going to be climate change or global warming.
I mean, you're right, but...
Like that's not like God
I mean, the
didn't
thing
say
is, he
there's
said that
not going
he
to be global
wouldn't do
warming.
it. He said that he wouldn't do it, but climate change is caused by humans, so that doesn't make any sense.
That is true. That
Even
is true,
biblically,
actually.
like it's dumb, like even on a biblical level, like.
Yeah. Also, yeah. Also, nobody's saying that there's going to be a flood of the Earth. So global warming is.
Well,
I mean,
there kind of will be, but like, we won't go extinct.
yeah, no,
There'll be
but
land. There'll be land still. It'd just be
yeah,
a lot more water.
it's just a lot more. I mean, yeah, that's kind of. Well, that's like.
Yeah, when people say that we're heading towards a like a global like human extinction level event, I'm like, well, that's not fully true. I mean, like millions of people are gonna die, but like, we won't go extinct. So,
Probably
there's
not.
that.
I don't know. I don't know. I just I think people who try to find evidence against it don't do a good job because hey, there isn't any good evidence against it.
All right, here's her quote. God put a rainbow in the sky as a sign of his covenant, and he said very clearly to the entire world, never again will there be judgment, never again will the world be flooded. So I guess God technically did say that the world will not flood again, so I don't know.
But like again,
God's just wrong.
well no, but like okay. That's not necessarily saying there won't be global warming though. This person's trying to talk against climate change.
Well, I guess yeah, that's true because nobody is saying that the world will be flooded. They're just saying that parts will be flooded.
Right,
Yeah.
like not the like won't
Well,
be
some
any
people
floods
are saying
anymore.
that the whole world will be flooded, and those people are wackos.
But right, but like God never said there won't be any floods again. He just said the entire world wouldn't be flooded again. So their piece of evidence, their little thing doesn't even align with what the message they're trying to get across. So it just kind of the entire argument falls apart.
yeah, exactly.
Like I love how like somebody can have an entire article that you can clearly tell that they put a lot of thought into, and then like it's like, did you really put that much? Like you can tell they put a lot of thought into.
No,
and then you can
the article is about her. It's not by her. Apparently, she said this in front of the UN.
Okay.
And she made one of the UN ambassadors cry when she said it.
She what?
Here's a quote. I had one UN ambassador who was partially crying when I was in there because I asked all of them, how can I pray for you?
Wait. Like crying, like what kind of crying? Like
crying, like the
like,
UN ambassador was crying.
Like just because I feel like if somebody's crying, I feel like there's more to it than just because I asked if I could pray for them. Because that's like who cares if somebody asks, right? Like if somebody asks me that, I'm not gonna be like how like I don't like. Do you understand my confusion?
Well, I mean, you're always kind of confused, but you know, I understand.
It's true. I'm not as wise as you, being an owl. You know.
I'm an owl. I tower over you, puny butterfly.
Yep, you can crush me and eat me anytime you want.
Okay, all right. The way you said that was.
And I didn't mean to say it that way, but sure, yeah.
Sure, you didn't mean to say it that way.
This is how we get more people interested in our podcasts by
What, by
having
like
these.
making there being extreme levels of sexual tension in the podcast?
Yes, yes. Like here's what I want. If our let's say the podcast, right?
Yeah.
This is a huge if because like, who would listen to us, right? But like, let's just say, okay, the thing I would want, that I want from this sexual tension is for people to
You want
start
the
to
fanfics. You want the fanfics.
right. I want the fan fictions, not just the fan fictions, but the smut. Like I want the smut of the two of us to exist.
Alright.
Saying that out loud sounds so wrong.
Alright. So are you sure there's not anything else you want to tell me?
Also, I'm completely straight.
Yeah, that's what you say.
I don't know. I feel like that's something that happens with like every popular person though. They get like some sort of like smut read about them or like
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, even Spike Viper, you know.
I mean,
I never did write that fanfic though. I should. I totally should, and just send it to him.
Oh yeah, you definitely should. That was a fun time.
It was very fun.
I don't know. Do we have any more discussions?
It's a real shame that Slash is never in these. I mean,
Yes, Slash.
It'd be really interesting. Did you see the new live stream compilation thing that I put up?
No, I did not. I never see anything because I'm always.
Because you're blind.
busy.
Oh.
Yes, I'm blind.
All right. Well, it's getting to the time where we can end the podcast here because I feel like we're kind of like it kind of like that sometimes.
It's probably close to an hour, anyways.
Yeah. And besides, if we go over an hour, then I have to take like the clip and I have to like make it like slower because it's only an hour long. So.
What do you mean? Make what slower?
The background footage.
Oh. I don't know what you're using for the background, so.
Yeah.
Did you even upload last week's?
Yeah, I did. I uploaded it on the day I recorded it.
You just haven't sent me the.
Well, it's on my channel.
Well, yeah, I know, but I wanted the audio of it.
Oh, that's
so
too much work for you.
Up so I could. I didn't even know it was on your channel. Did you post it on it?
Yeah, I posted it on the day that I recorded it.
Did it get a lot of clicks?
I think it got like 23. That's more than they used to get on your channel, I think.
Yeah, no, that is way more. I mean, you didn't even have any special guests or anything.
Yeah, I want to get what's his name, Dig MC, on because like he knows who I am, and also he has like over 1,000 subs. So.
Okay, gotcha. That would be pretty good.
And then after that, I'll beg Spike Viper again. I'll get on my hands and knees and beg Spike Viper.
Yes, please do. Please do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find it on here, and I can't.
It's literally on my channel. It's called PastaCast. You know what? I'm gonna end the recording right now. Anyways, any final words?
I think that this I'm drawing a blank, you know? It's a rough day.
No, that's because you're just a butterfly.
I'm just a butterfly in this.
I'm an owl. Alone. I know everything.
I'm just a lonely butterfly in this world.
Yes.
Fluttering through the sky. It's rough. So.
I know.
All right. Well, I guess you can
Anyways,
do your outro.
Anyways,
Do an epic outro, please.
bye.